welcome back to Mia's Life. Today I'm going to be doing a very exciting video, and I've done one of these before, but it was like ages ago, so it was like 8 months ago. This was like when I first started my channel, and I did a makeup routine and you guys watched it. You guys really enjoyed it. So today I'm going to be doing it again, and this is like for 2018 rather than 2017. So without further ado, this is the finished makeup look. And it's really super easy, and I wear like something similar to this like every single day. This is like my makeup routine if I wear like quite a bit of makeup. So anyways, without further ado, let's just get straight onto the video. So the first thing that I like to use is my foundation, and my foundation is by NYX, and this is the Stay Matte But Not Flat liquid foundation. So I just like to put a bit of that onto the back of my hand. Don't worry guys, I have washed my hands before this. It's always important to make sure that you've washed your hands before you put on your makeup, because if not, you're putting all dirty bacteria on your face, which is not the best. I like to get my beauty blender. I'm not sure where this beauty blender is from, but all beauty blenders work the same, and I like to just put that bit of that just like all over my face. To be honest, I think I need to use a bit more than this, but just like to put on a little bit, and then like if it's not enough, then I like to add more onto it later. I just realised that I've actually forgot my mirror to do my makeup on, so I need to go get that, Miracle. Here we go, Miracle. I've got my mirror now. So I'm just going to put a bit of this just like all over my face, to be honest. Because I find it so difficult to find like foundation in my shade, I like to just bring a bit of it like down to my neck just to like blend it out, because I feel like your face being darker than your neck is just, it's not a good look, Miracle, so I always like to blend it out. So there we go, Miracles, this is my foundation done. Now I like to go and get my concealer, and my concealer that I use is by Bare Minerals, and I'm seriously like running really low on this. So I've actually got like 2 like half empty ones, so I really need to get some more of this, but like it's £20 or something, so like it's like you get it and then you use it up really quickly, but like it's quite expensive, so I don't like to get it like really often. So I really need to get this. This is like on my shopping list. But this is in the shade Fair, which is actually like the lightest shade they have. And I like to just put a bit underneath my eyes. Well, yeah, this is like really empty. This has basically got none left, so I don't think I can use that one. I think this one has a bit more product in. Basically, these are empty, guys, so I'm literally just running on like the last remains. That's why I've been wearing foundation a bit more often, just to like cover up the fact that I'm not wearing concealer. Or like I'm wearing the tiny weeny bit of concealer. So I like to just put a bit of this underneath my eye, and then I like to put a bit on my forehead as well, just like, and then like on any spots, and a bit on my nose as well. My spots here, it's a bit annoying. Got to put all that all over my face. Is get my beauty blender once again and just blend all of that out. I like to put the concealer on my eyelids as well, because I don't use like an eyeshadow primer. I find that I use concealer instead, and that works just as well. And then obviously putting it on your eyelids like makes the eyeshadow stay on longer and helps it stick better, so a little tip for you guys. So the next thing I use is my Collection pressed powder, and this is really helpful. Like I use this every single day. This is super nice. I just put this all over my face, and the brush I'm using is by the Body Shop. This is actually a blusher brush, but I like to use this as like a setting powder brush because I find it works just as well. A bit of that on my brush, and then I just put this just all over my face, like on my forehead, on the sides of my face, just everywhere basically. So that's like the base of my makeup done now. Now the next thing I like to do is blusher, and the blusher I use, this is actually by Makeup Revolution, not Revolution. And this is a like blusher palette, so it has loads of different blushes in it, and these are the shades Spring, Sugar and Spice. And the ones I like to use, I actually like to use 2 and mix them together a bit. So I like to use this one, which I'm not sure like what the individual names of these colours are, like it doesn't say on the packet, but the whole thing together is Sugar and Spice. So I like to use this one and a bit of this one together, just like to use these two together, and I just put this on my cheek, I guess. The next thing I like to use is highlighter, and the highlighter I use is by Too Faced, and this is the Love Light like prismatic highlighter. Prismatic, is that how you say it, Nicholas? And it's a really this is the prettiest highlighter I ever had. This is like the best highlighter I've ever had. It's really, really pretty. The only thing is though, my sister was doing it to be nice, but the other day she got it and then she drew like a little heart in it with her like nails, so now it's got like a little like indentation in it, which is a bit annoying, but I can't really complain because she was doing it to be nice. And this is in this shade Ray of Light, and the brush I'm using, I'm not entirely sure where this is from. I have a feeling this is from Tarte, but it's really nice, and I like to do a bit of this on my brush and just put this on my cheek bones. Then I like to put a bit on my nose, a little bit on the tip, and then I also like to put a bit here, like above my lips, and then some underneath my eyebrow. There we go. So the next thing I do is bronzer, and the bronzer I use is by W7, and this is in the shade Sunkiss. I don't really use bronzer every single day, like I don't use it often, so I don't actually have a bronzer brush. I actually need to go out and buy a bronzer brush. Miracles, comment down below what brush I should use for my bronzer, because I don't really know which one to get. So I'm actually just going to use this one again, just because it's like not really got much product on. I know you're not really supposed to use a brush, two different things, but it works. It's fine, Miracles. So I just like to put a bit of this on my forehead, and then a bit on the sides of my face, and then I like to put a bit underneath my neck, and then I put a little bit on the sides of my nose here. There we go, a bit on my jawline as well. So now the thing that I like to do is my eyebrows, and the brows I use are by Urban Decay, and this is the Blondie brow box, and this is like super nice. Like I really like to use this, and it's like a two-tiered, is that how you say it? Like two-tiered palette. So up here it's got like a brow wax, which I don't really use to be honest, but it has this light brown and this light blondish colour, and then this slightly darker blondish colour, and then down here it has like the brush and the little things. So I like to just get my little brow brush. I like to just brush through my brows, because sometimes in the morning they can be like, when I wake up, they can just be like all over the place. So I like to just brush them a bit, and then I like to get the brush from this palette, and I like to get the slightly lighter colour, and I like to just put this like in this bit, the first sort of half of my eyebrow, because what you're supposed to do, Miracles, with your eyebrows is the first like bit is supposed to be lighter, and then it gets darker as you go like down your eyebrow. Some people, like if you have like brown eyebrows, usually people don't even fill in this bit, but because my eyebrows are like blonde and they're basically invisible, I still have to fill it in, because if not it looks like that bit's like non-existent, and it's just like this bit's coloured, like this bit's visible, and then it's like looks like you've got half an eyebrow, so it looks really silly. But if you've got like darker eyebrows and they're still visible whether or not you fill them in, then you don't need to fill in this bit. But I like to just put this in with the lighter brown, and then I like to get the darker colour, and I feel you're kind of supposed to like angle this down a bit, and now you just need to do it to the other eyebrow. So now the next thing I like to do, Miracles, is like my eyes. So for my eyeshadow, I'm going to be using this Collection Nude Rose eyeshadow palette. The eyeshadow brush I use is by Eco Tools, and I absolutely love Eco Tools. Like I think that's where I'm going to buy some more of my brushes from, because I actually have the Eco Tools hairbrush, and it's really, really good. So the shade I'm going to be using is, they don't actually say the names of it, like they don't have a name. So I am going to start with this colour. This is the second to lightest colour. I'm going to get a bit of this on my brush, and then I'm just going to put this like, this is like my base colour, so I'm just going to put this all over my eyelid. So now I'm going to get this shade, which is slightly orangey. It's a really pretty colour, by the way, Miracles. And I'm just going to put this in my crease, like the outer sort of corner, and a bit underneath my eyelid. Now I'm going to get this pinkish colour here, and I am going to put this in sort of underneath my eyelid here. Now I don't wear eyeshadow every single day, but if I do, I usually do something similar or like along the lines of this. Like every day I do it a bit different, like with eyeshadow and stuff, but I just quite like this look. I've been doing it quite a lot recently. So now I'm going to get the second to darkest colour in my palette. And I'm not actually going to use this dark colour. As you can see, like, it's never been used. And that's just because I find I have, like, watched this on my arm before and it was so dark. It's, like, too dark for me to use. So I'm just going to put this, like, just a tiny weeny bit in the corner of my eye. Just because I don't like my eyeshadow to be too dark because it doesn't look right on me. And then I'm going to get the lightest colour in my palette to get a bit of that. This is, like, a really, really pretty, like, white. And I'm going to put this underneath my eyebrow. And then I'm also going to get a bit and put it like in my tear duct. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to blend all of my eyeshadow out. Right now it's like looking quite unblended. You know what I'm talking about, Meacorns? So there we go, Meacorns. That's my eyeshadow done. Now if I don't use this palette, the other palette I use is the W7 IE comb. And I'm just going to show you what I do use because like I have two looks that I use primarily. So what I'll usually do is get this colour as my base colour. This colour I'll put in my crease and like in my corner. And then I'll put this colour in the tear duct of my eye. And that one's a bit more of like a natural look compared to this one. But like if I'm going for not as a natural look, I'll use this. And every day I don't really wear foundation, but I just wanted to show you like what I will wear if I wear like more makeup. Like some days I just literally wear just concealer and that is it. So the next thing I like to do is curl my eyelashes, and I think these eyelash curlers are from Superdrug. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, all the eyelash curlers are generally the same. Now the next thing I like to use is mascara, and the mascara I use is by MUA, and this is the Amplify Statement Lash Mascara, and this is in the shade Brownie Black. So I like to just get a bit of this out, and I put this on both of my lashes. I like to put a bit less mascara on like the bottom lashes, just because if not I find it makes my eyes look a bit like, I don't know how to describe it, but like it just doesn't look as like that good. So the last but not least thing I like to use is for my lips, and I'm actually just going to be using a tinted lip balm today, and this is by Barry M. This is in the shade Adam and Eve, and it's a really pretty like light pink. Like literally this is all that's left of the lip balm. Like look how far down it can go. Like literally I've used this like so much. Like this is, I've only had this for like not that long, and it's like almost done. Like I wear this all the time. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, make sure to click subscribe. Now guys, if you saw on Instagram, you would already know this, but on the other day, on Saturday, which is actually today for me, on Saturday for you guys, I chose the winner of the giveaway. So I've announced it on Instagram, but well done, Alana Power, you won the unicorn giveaway. I'm really sorry if I pronounced your name wrong there, but I'm just like, oh my gosh, let me show you what you have won. So this is what you have won. Well done. Thank you so much guys for all of you guys who entered. But you won all of this amazing stuff. Can't wait to send it to you. By the way, there's been an email sent to you, so check your email box, reply, and I can send all this stuff to you, which is going to be super exciting. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! Love you! Mwah.